This channel is sponsored by Creality. Creality has all of your 3D tools that you need to bring your ideas to life. Scanners, printers, and even engravers. And there's very cool things that you can make with them, such as a little boat, a vase, or vase, a little supercar, a full-size supercar. Start your journey at Creality.com. Well, guys, welcome to another cold morning. Anyway, we're going to try to make progress on getting that lump up into the car. So, a number of things have to come off, as I showed you. Did a little research on the axle that needs to come out. It's actually pretty easy. They say you just put a slide hammer on it and pull it out. So we'll do that. We'll take the cats off. We gotta get the car set up on the lift so it doesn't fall off and kill me. So we'll go from there. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, guys, yeah, it's a really tight fit. You can see over here, we've got that cooler that's pretty close to the frame there, so I have to be careful about that. We're still not up where we need to be as far as the transmission is, so and also I think we're a little far forward, so we're gonna have to come back, but we got that oil cooler, so yeah, there's gonna be a little bit of finagling and cutting going on, but anyway, I'm gonna step back for a while, think about it a little bit, see what makes sense in doing this. So I really don't want to cut that main structure or compromise it at all. But then again, I'm not really sure what my options are. if I can't get it up and back far enough. So, you know, this is a custom building, man. It's a bit of a beast. So one of the things I decided to do was I took these fenders, and I now have 2 fenders. I'm basically starting to put on some flanges so that we have a seal. This is something I didn't do with the Aventador that I'm doing with these. Trying to do as much of the structure in the 3D print as I possibly can. We've got our P1 style hood here that we're starting to print, so you can see that coming together. I'm doing some more of the door parts. This is a part of the lower part of the door for the passenger side, so we're getting that all sorted up. And then in here we have some other pieces. So this is the door skin, inner skin for the passenger side. So once we're done with some of the engine stuff, we're going to get back to doing the panels. This is the upper part of the door on the passenger side, and this behemoth over here is our bumper. So you can see that, I'll zoom out this way you guys can see the whole thing. It's pretty massive, and it's going to take a little bit of help on getting all of the little areas that didn't quite match up, mainly because we get a little bit of warpage here and there, or a print doesn't go exactly the way I wanted it because I didn't slice it very well, but it's recoverable. So anyway, got some little things to fix on that. But what I really wanted to show you was I wanted to show you this guy right here. So, and then we have some more door panels. It's the lower side skirt there, and then that's the interior to the upper part of the door. But this baby right here, this is actually a piece where I found the driver's side, and I basically could not, for the life of me, find the passenger side. And so what I did was I went and I scanned it, and then I printed it. And if you compare it to the other side now, it's perfect. This stuff is so cool. That 3D scanner is just absolutely amazing. And so if you can't find one side of a part, you can 3D print the other side, and there you go. So that was absolutely amazing, and I'm really happy about that. Let me know what you guys think. This is great technology. Well, guys, it's in. I did have to make that cut there for that piece, so that did have to come out. We're gonna have to make something for the intake, obviously, since I don't want to compromise this structure any more than I already have, because I had to cut that out. That's where the normal transmission mount is. Luckily, that is all strengthened and boxed in, so making that cut actually did not too much, I think, to the structure, but you know, time will tell. We'll find out when we try to put that engine cradle back on underneath and making sure that it all fits together. The one thing that's a bit concerning is the headers are right up against here. There's maybe 0.5 millimeter. I can't really push the engine forward much more than that, so we'll see what we can do about that. Yeah, and it's a little tight up front there, you can see, but I think it's all in there, and we'll be able to weld that cross brace that was bent back in. the next thing to do is to get some mounts for the engine. I think what I'm going to do in the meantime is I'm going to cradle it on the frame and strap it in so that I can lift it up and down. So I've got to get to putting on the straps and everything for the engine, and then we'll brace it across the frame, and then that way I can lift the whole thing up in the air, because right now it's a little tight underneath. But axles are in the right position, going straight back to the hubs. We got plenty of clearance on the oil cooler here, so basically there's about 2 or 3 millimeters. But I do have plenty of room to be able to drop this down just a hair if I need to, so that's not too concerning. So I'll probably do that, probably bring that down a little bit. But first thing I want to do is I'm going to use these mounts here, and I'm going to get them strapped up to the rear frame, and then get the front end strapped up to that frame over there, and we'll get it in the air and then get the engine cradle in there, and then we can start working on engine mounts. So stay tuned. I'm going to say it's installed. Few little adjustments that need happening, but we got the lower frame rail in. I'm gonna have to do something, because here's the engine mount area, so I'm probably gonna have to pull that down to some other frame element. So I'm gonna have to build something there so I can get those engine mounts where I want them. I think the engine might need to come back just a hair, but in the meantime I think it's really where it needs to be. It's a little tight up front here, but again, that's just the kind of firewall stuff that it's interfering with there. We're still a little close here. Again, that makes it hard to bring the engine back without having to, I really don't want to dent a pipe or something like that, so we'll have to see what we can do about that here. Transaxle looks like it's sitting where it needs to be. We still need to get basically, look under here. You can kind of see where the mount, if I can get in, yeah, where the mounts are. So I got to drop some sort of structure around that from the frame there. So we'll get that done. But yeah, so far so good. Sorry I didn't time lapse some of this stuff, but it's just kind of boring, so I figured I'd do the majority of the work. You got a time lapse on the initial testing and whatnot, so, and fitting, but I think we're there now, and I'm really happy with the results. Still a little tight with the oil cooler, as you can see, but you know, like I said, the transaxle can scooch down a little bit, so it's all about the fine tuning. Anyway, there you go, guys. An LT2 in a McLaren. Woo, tight fit. Well, guys, that was a lot of work, thus the crazy hair. But you know, basically getting all of this stuff set up in a bespoke subframe, I think I got away with a lot, considering how much, how little I had to cut out of the frame and some of the stuff that I could still use. So anyway, that's it for this time. Like, and please do subscribe. That really helps the channel, helps us to keep making content like this. Also hit that notification button, or bell, sorry. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.